What if the person who says they love you slowly isolates you from the entire world? The day I realized I wasn't his wife, just his prisoner. My name is Amara, and this is the story I never thought I would be brave enough to tell. When I married Daniel, I thought I was marrying my peace. I thought I was choosing a man who would protect me, care for me, and speak life into me. But a few months after the wedding, his love started to feel like a cage. It started small. Always does. One evening, while I was laughing on the phone with my best friend, he walked into the room and said quietly, "I don't like your friends." I laughed because I thought he was joking. He didn't laugh back. "Cut them off," he said. "They don't respect our marriage." I tried to explain that my friends had been with me for years, long before he even knew my name. But he insisted. He said wives shouldn't have too many voices in their ears. He said people outside our home could destroy our bond. At first, I convinced myself he was just being protective. Maybe he loved me too much. But love shouldn't feel like chains. Still, to keep the peace, I slowly withdrew. I stopped replying to group chats. I missed birthdays. I made excuses. The more isolated I became, the more he smiled, as if my loneliness was proof of my loyalty. Then one day, he asked me to change my phone number. No warning, no discussion. "Do it today," he said. "It's for the sake of our home." I remember sitting on the edge of the bed holding my phone, staring at it like it was the last piece of my life that still belonged to me. Changing my number felt like erasing myself, my history, my support system, my voice. But I did it. And that day was the beginning of my silence. Weeks passed, then months. I started talking to walls because I had no one else to talk to. Daniel monitored everything: who I called, who liked my posts, who I smiled at for too long, even how long I stayed in the supermarket. "You don't need anyone but me," he always said. At first, it sounded romantic. Later, it sounded like a threat. The turning point came one night when the power went out. I lit a candle and sat alone in the living room. No phone buzzing, no friend checking in. No one knew how I was doing, or if I was okay. I felt invisible. I realized that if something ever happened to me, no one would even know where to find me. I had allowed one man to cut every rope connecting me to the world. And that night, for the first time in a long time, I cried. Not because he shouted at me, not because he controlled me, but because I finally understood. I wasn't his wife. I was his prisoner. I wiped my tears and made a decision that scared me more than anything. The next morning, while he was in the shower, I took the old SIM card he didn't know I kept, the one with my real friends' numbers, the one that reminded me I once had a life. I inserted it into my phone, powered it on, and messages began to flood in. Missed calls. "Where are you?" Texts. Birthday wishes. Concern. Love. Care. I realized people did not abandon me. I abandoned myself to please a man who never wanted me to shine outside his shadow. And that was the day I chose myself. I didn't pack my bags immediately. I didn't run out the door. But something inside me woke up. I knew I wasn't going to live like that anymore. Right now, I'm still planning my escape, still gathering courage, still finding myself again. But one thing I know for sure: the woman I was before, she's coming back. And when she returns, no one will ever silence her again.